I feel like this game was doomed to the start. Like this thing was sent to hell, and with all its updates and glory. And you're probably wondering what I'm talking about. This shit was back to where it was originally. You just can't make this shit up. Specifically to Cetro, he knows that this is his third release. I mean, yes, I'm counting this as a third release, bro. The game was shut down a little bit earlier before, and then they shut it down fully, and then they, produced this heap of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even gonna front. Actually, this is gonna be uncensored Vxquished. I don't give a fuck anymore, bro. Hopefully this video doesn't get demonetized. I mean, I know YouTube allow cursing, but there's already to a certain extent. I'm not gonna call this nigga slurs and shit. But like, back to what I was saying, this shit's returned back to what it was. Cetro, this is not your first rodeo. You've done this so many times where you know what is right and what is wrong. And the fact that you keep producing these shit, and at least like, it's kind of like this nigga loses on something. And don't get me wrong, sometimes the things he loses are OD. I'm not even trying to front. You're not talking like a hating ass nigga. Like, for example, this build that I'm using, I'm not good. I haven't touched this game ever since that, or at least that couple river, which is 3 weeks. I'm so sorry for the late upload. Just, I'm over here making it seem like I'm this perfect Hakuda guy. Look at this shit. Bro, I agree with this nigga. I'm ass. And I just blame type, because type is allowing me to use this type of build, you know? I don't think anyone should even make a build remotely where you're allowing to move stack. I don't know why that's suppressed. The fact that they made this a way, I don't think you can get this. Matter of fact, I haven't played this game for so long. Is this an effective way to get vows besides clan wars and like and other shits? Because I feel like those being hidden behind that just makes it where you have to play against brain dead builds, and then once someone gets another addition to their add on their brain dead build, it becomes brain mush, and then at that point you might as well contemplate doing seppuku. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, for example, right? I'm having to play meta mancing Hakuda, and I don't play ground. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like air beats Hakuda, or air beats ground in so many ways. It's not even fair. Well, especially my build. If I'm talking about base for base, it could be neck and neck. I haven't played this game in a while to give my, my full synopsis about it. So please don't look at me for, Hakuda guidance anymore. I think I relinquished that title from the release of this game. I just don't have the love for it because this nigga, the Hakuda keeps catching belt by the touching boom. This nigga sees something he doesn't like, he gets it nerfed, and you're probably wondering, what the fuck? Absolute Defense did not deserve that nerf. I don't give a fuck, bro. Give me a advantage compared to these, these Nimrods who was able to touch me and it's inappropriately, and I'm over here having to take it. It's like a victim of, I think I have Stockholm Syndrome the way I keep playing this fuck ass game where it's abusing me mentally. No, bro, I'm tired. I wake up, realize I gotta sit here and play this bullshit. I don't have fun at all. I really don't. And it's the fact that, one thing I would say is that it doesn't take thoughts. It doesn't take, brain power or anything like that for this man, for the Type Soul development team to release bullshit anyways. This game is already filled with garbage. Might as well just fill it up to more garbage, you know what I'm saying? Take something bad and make it fun bad. I don't know, bro. Make it where I could take a substance and I'm enjoying taking a substance no one is bad for me. Do what you want with that information or whatever way, shape, or form. Like I understand them, they can release a update every week, but like a bi-weekly update's not gonna take forever. I don't know. I think it's been like 2, maybe 3 weeks since they have an update. I guess they promised one this Friday, but even then, my nigga, it's already been like 3 weeks, I believe, or 2 weeks and a half. That has been no updates. They already done media rips off. What's stopping them from continuously doing more media rips off? I mean, the only time I ever play this game again is trying that Char character. I think that's her name, Char. And I don't lie. Let me know in the comment section. Is she moving like that with a knife? Like, real talk. Is that how she's moving? I think is that her name? I don't know, bro. Y'all could let me down. I don't really play this type of game. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've expanded my gaming. You know what I'm saying? I've been learning to pick up Tekken a lot more. I play like a Shape of Dream game. This is a very cool roguelike I've enjoyed a lot. And I've also been picking up scripting. Oh wow, that Vxquished is back. It's really just me just getting better. I think I have fun developing and shit. But that's no here or there. We're here for this video, okay? And I want to talk about a little bit of good that Type Soul has done. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen so many videos of bashing on Type Soul. At least I mean, mine's a little bit tad bit different with a little, like a Haitian little spice on it. I want to talk about the good that this game has done. This game has done a lot of, amazing things. Well, I can speak for me. The game has done a lot of fun things, and I enjoyed it a lot. Back then, I think around like the middle of, I think like Berserk Shikai or whatever you want to call it. I can remember from memory. I had enjoyment making videos. Even I wasn't racking them with just views, aside, you know, some people may. I mean, still, views is views, and I'm always thankful for that. It was hella fun at this time, you know, and I'm very thankful for Type Soul for that. And Type Soul was hella, it was interesting at its time. Wasn't perfect, you know, but I still enjoyed it and still putting, you know, many hours upon hours on that game. It makes you think like I'm actually obsessed with this game, you know, like I've probably been addicted to it so many times, and you guys have too, you know. But it's sad to me that this game is slowly dying. It's like, how do I explain this? It's like watching your toxic ex sit up in a hospital bed dying, and you like, damn, you really was the perfect one for me, even though we went through trials and tribulations, and I know you really bad for me. You really was like, it's like, where am I going with this? I enjoyed the amusement, bro. I guess this is Stockholm Syndrome, bro. I'm not even sure when I say that shit, bro. I just learned out what that means, and I was like, bro, what? That's what that fucking means? You're obsessed with your thing? I mean, that's what I think it is. And one of my homeboys told me about it. But anyways, I want to talk about this portion. A lot of people was mad at me in my last video for not showing the crit. I do post commentary. I can't play this game and concentrate and give you guys a good gameplay without somewhat trying to focus, and I can't talk while having a loud ass keyboard in your ear. I don't know how annoying that is, but it's very annoying to me. I mean, I did it back then, but I can't really comment how I want to talk to you guys. I don't want to make it where you guys are just watching me play. I want us to look like we're both watching what I'm playing, like what's going on our screen. So it's like we're talking together, you know. Unfortunately, I can't hear you, but I know I can see you. I'm in your closet, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know that. But anyways, I do apologize for that. But I want to talk about why did the rank reset. I don't read the announcements. I mean, I briefly look at it, see if anything stupid happens, and then keep going, keep pushing. But I want to talk about how what rank is, you know, what the fuck, what was the reason for it, and why I think it was a dumb idea to reset it anyways in the first place, you know, because I feel like every rank is different, you know. I'm gonna use it in terms of like I'm not gonna use the names. For example, a rank 500 plays completely different than a range 1000. Now, granted, people do fluctuate very fast in there. Like if you're a losing streak from 1000, you're going straight to like 750, 600. And at 1000 plays completely different than the top 100. That'd be like 2000, 1700 or whatever, right? The most I peaked at was like, I think 1400. And that's the most I will ever put in the game regarding about that. And that's just me kind of like playing who I am, not trying to find better ways or, you know, optimal combos and stuff of that nature, you know, optimal Shikai, optimal weapon, optimal, you catch my drift, you know. So it's kind of like every game, everybody plays a different game. No one person plays the same. So it's kind of crazy or kind of tempting to make a ranking for certain games or balance based off ranking, because there's a lot more casual than there is sweats, and there's a lot more quote unquote sweats who think that they're like that when actually they're just decent at the game. You know, I don't think I'm a compy nigga. I think I'm just decent at the game. I'm no better than a scrub. You know, if scrubs may have my build, they could probably whoop some ass, but I'll guarantee I'll still perform up with, you know, with a common. Just it's gonna take a lot more brain power. And so it kind of comes to a point where, are we just nerfing based off trees, or are we just nerfing it how rank is? I wonder that's how Setro operates. I mean, he puts himself at high elo, so I guess he want to see or build based off that. You know, I guess people don't. I mean, I guess you can say he probably balanced based off how he fights other niggas who self-proclaim themselves as the best of the game. I wouldn't want to be the best in the game of Type Soul. Do what you want that information, but like for example, right in the Creator Cup, I've seen a lot of interesting players. I mean, I never participate. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the moderation team is fucking weird, in my opinion. I'm not even gonna state who is, but I mean, you know who I'm talking about. They're relatively weird. I just kind of move away from the side because they do certain things, I think, that kind of like, damn, you really is moving like that, you know. But I mean, there is some good in them. I can't speak for them all. Holy moose stacker type shit. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, I didn't really participate in it. I'm happy that people or the content creators are getting their bread. I really like to speak for the content. Well, I don't speak for. I like to advocate for content creators. I never really liked, you know, games limiting niggas like, oh, you have to have this amount of subscribers to play this pro. Not a lot of people running around with 10K subs, let alone like 1K follower on Twitch. I was given, you know, a chance by God and by you guys to even have the platform that I have. So it kind of fucking hurts watching others having to like not, you know, really get their name out there because they're limited to the point where they have to have this amount of thing to get their name out. You know, Discord is providing a lot of opportunities for creators. So seeing Type Soul, not management, not balancing wise, but management wise, how they have to get that. I think I voiced my opinions every single time. What I deem so, you know, it's my opinion. I'm gonna say what the fuck I want, you know, I'm my own human. But I think I've said it many times in the CC video. I'm like, bro, why the fuck y'all niggas doing this shit? And then I just get my comments deleted. I mean, if I do lose it, then so be it. You know, I thank you, I guess. I don't really play for them. I don't really try to. I will say this at least. I wish Type Soul was a lot more lenient to content creators to a point where they could allow more. You know, I want to see new people. I don't want to see the same old people, because I feel like competition what makes it fun and makes it where you actually have to think outside the box. I mean, I'm not any different. Obviously, I'm kind of doing the same niche content how the other has. You know, Roblox anime community is very niche, so not a lot of people, not a lot more diversity, if you catch my drift, but that's no here or there. Other than that, I want to say thank you so much for watching today's video. All I gotta say is please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and hype the video. Holy shit, that guy's bad up there. And fear God and not men.